Chasson with American Dream Made Simple. Boy, do we have a day for you.
Welcome to the American Dream Made Simple, where we learn about the community and what's happening near you. Join us as we tour local businesses and highlight what makes these areas so great, all on the American Dream Made Simple.
What's up, American Dreamers? Paul Chasson with American Dream Made Simple. Boy, do we have a day for you. But first, we're on Lake Pontchartrain. You can literally see New Orleans, Louisiana. A lot of people in Louisiana love to go to New Orleans to play, work, but then they come and retire on the North Shore, as the locals call it. We're right here in Slidell, Louisiana right now. We're starting today, having some fun in Slidell. Then we're heading over to Picayune to wrap up the day. We're meeting with Lauren Dunaway at an amazing listing that she has right here on the North Shore. Let's go talk real estate. Hey, Lauren.
Welcome, Paul. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh my God, walking up to this house, it is truly stunning.
I know, it's an insane property.
And what an awesome day.
It is, it's so beautiful outside.
And we're gonna get to the house, but dreamers, you're gonna have to wait for that. I wanna talk a little bit about the community, right?
Yes.
The North Shore, but maybe more specifically, Slidell, the community city.
Yeah, absolutely. Slidell is incredible. It's very family oriented. We have tons of festivals, foodie, so New Orleans better watch out because Slidell is getting a little bit, they're up into their game for sure. But again, like there's tons of festivals, family oriented. It's a great area for even for a second home. Tons like water sports, basically, like
I see we're
everyone's on their
spoiled
boats.
with lakes and bayous.
Yes, exactly, yeah. But enough about the community. Take a look at this awesome view over here. Every single room in the house, you either have a lake view or you have a bayou view, which is, truly,
you got bonus views there, right?
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely bonus views.
All of the windows are hurricane rated Marvin windows, which is definitely needed on Lake Pontchartrain. But here you have the kitchen. You have a beautiful quartzite waterfall. All of the drawers are soft close. So if you're in a fight with your wife and you slam the the drawer, you're not even gonna hear it.
Yeah, and this is like a chef's delight.
It is.
Amazing.
So yeah, I would love to cook in this kitchen every day. I'm the cook in the house, so.
Got to be curious about this refrigerator. It looks pretty interesting.
All Thermador appliances, very high end, and all you have to do is push, and they open.
Wow.
Pretty incredible, right? You have your own ice maker down here. It's all drawers. Yeah, and it's built in. So this comes with the house.
Very nice. Okay,
yes,
good. That's
yes,
bonus.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and then right behind you, we have the microwave oven here. We have an awesome butler's pantry that actually walks in to the coffee nook.
That is
or
too
like
cool.
wine nook.
That is too cool.
I know. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then
What about this living room?
yes, this is actually like an ideal open floor plan because you have your kitchen here, the butler's pantry there, open floor plan here. The views are incredible on all sides, really.
Stunning.
Yes, you have your LED fireplace here, which actually gives off heat and it changes colors, which is so fun.
I think it is so cool. I've never seen an LED fireplace before.
And actually, that's not the coolest thing.
Let's talk about it. What's
There's
next?
actually a cargo elevator, but it's very chic. And it holds quite a lot. It's way better than your average residential elevator. So here, let's take a look in here.
So Lauren, tell me a little bit more about the rest of this beautiful house.
Yes, so this is only 2 years young. It's impeccably built. 5 bedrooms, 3 full bath, a bright under 3,200 square feet, 5,900 square feet total.
Nice.
You have a gorgeous open floor plan. The primary bedroom actually has views of both the bayou and Lake Pontchartrain. It has its own private balcony,
Nice.
which is amazing.
Yeah.
The primary bath is stunning. Like when you're taking a bath, you have floor to ceiling windows, so your view is literally Lake Pontchartrain.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible. By the way, it's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home, and every single room has a view of either the bayou or Lake Pontchartrain.
Man.
And speaking of incredible views, why don't you take a look at this?
Booyah!
And yes, isn't this just breathtaking?
Man.
Yeah.
Is that New Orleans over there?
It is. The Twin Span, Highway 11 Bridge. You can definitely see New Orleans over there too.
So tell me about this pool.
It's actually a Michael Phelps swim spa.
Wow.
It stays heated all year round, and then they have like really cool lights.
Very, very
Yeah,
cool.
I know, isn't that awesome?
Can you tell me something about a water filtration system?
Yes, so there's actually an entire whole house reverse osmosis water filtration system
Wow.
with UV lights that
Nice.
kills the bacteria and it puts the minerals back in.
Right.
So
it's almost like perfect water, right?
it's like hospital grade water.
Oh man, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So this is absolutely an incredible home, but tell me a little bit about the market.
The market is actually doing surprisingly well right now. I mean, especially like this, May, June, July, your summer months, like people are wanting to get into their homes, before the kids go to, back to school in August. So it's a perfect time to list your house.
Yeah, I find buyer demand is great right now, and inventory is a little bit challenged. So a home
Right.
like this, right, getting a lot of attention
Yes,
these days, right?
it is.
I bet. So is now a great time to buy a home? And I know with the summer months, but is now a good time if I'm a buyer out here, if I'm a dreamer out here, is now a good time to buy a house, and why?
Honestly, I mean, it's really just up to that specific buyer. I really think that no matter what the market's doing, people are buying homes.
Yeah, no doubt. And you're staying real busy. I've been keeping up with
Yes.
you. You are like really staying busy. I mean, there's less competition on contracts these days, right?
Definitely.
So
yes.
buyers are actually getting an opportunity to maybe gain some closing costs, prepaids, possibly a lower price depending
Correct.
on the situation. So
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome because affordability is a hot topic right now in the economy. But let me ask you a question. So when you are not selling real estate, right, which I know you've been selling a lot of lately, what do you love to do?
Well, my husband and I love languages, spending quality time together. So we've kind of instilled that into our children, and we really just spend a lot of time together. We love to go, on the boat, like during the summer months, and actually we have a little spot in Poplarville, Mississippi that we love to go and hang out, and in the winter months.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Lauren, this has been awesome. I
Thank you
really
so much for
appreciate
having
you
me.
showing
Yes.
us this amazing home. I can't believe it's only 30 minutes from New Orleans.
I know.
I mean, so hopefully, hey, dreamers, this is what it's all about right here on the North Shore, Southeast Louisiana. It is truly, truly an amazing home that I would love to show you, but we showed you everything that we can at this point. So now we're going to transition over to Kelly Burns over in John Slidell Park for a very special segment.
Thanks, Paul. This is Kelly Burns, and we are in the heart of the Camellia City here in Heritage Park. We're actually here with Evan Stewart, who is the master trainer at K-Pro K9. We're here to find out a little bit more about what he does for our city.
Oh, thanks, Kelly, so much. Thanks for having us out today. Hey, listen, here at K-Pro, we really specialize in pet dog training all the way through service dog training, right? We're also heavy in our community involvement in our local shelters, helping out, our parish shelter and the other local shelters really retain those adoptions in home whenever they're completed. Training is the number one thing that we really need to focus on with our dogs. That level of vocabulary that we build through obedience is really, really helpful.
That's awesome. I know My husband always complains about our dog, Nala, who gets into everything. So we're probably going to call you at some point. But
Sure.
Who is this wonderful little puppy that's down here? Although it's not really a little puppy anymore.
Yeah, no. So this is Phantom. He's actually my PTSD service dog.
That's awesome.
Right? So I did 2 tours in Afghanistan at the beginning of the war, and he has been my everyday for like the last 5.5 years, just helping me get through and actually thrive in our communities. You know, it's a big deal with veterans these days, right? We're talking about 22 a day in our numbers, man. We need to talk about that as much as we can, I think. And
Agreed.
really having a capable dog next to us a lot of times just really gives us the security that we need as veterans to just move right back into our communities and become really thriving members.
So what got you started with K-Pro K9?
Oh, that's a great question. So I actually started in dog training, well, in animal care whenever I was 15, right?
Okay.
So I started in the Fort Pierce Humane Society down in Fort Pierce, Florida, which was my hometown, and just kind of naturally grew out from there. About 5 years ago, my wife, who also is a U.S. Navy veteran, right? She went ahead and was looking at retirement, and I said, you know what, we've got an opportunity here to really make a difference for folks like us. And we started K-Pro K9 out on Amelia Island in Florida, and it's grown now to where we're actually providing services for cities in 6 states. You know, and we've got a great team behind us that really help us out in, you know, serving those communities in the best way possible.
Awesome. So how long have you been in the Slidell area?
So we've been in Slidell here for about the last 2.5 years or so.
Okay.
And the welcome we've gotten here is just fantastic. There's nothing like it, right? So whenever we look at what we're doing here locally, we do shelter to service dog programs in some of our shelters where we're actually pulling shelter dogs, making them service dogs and placing them with folks in need. That's a really big deal for us, as well as just supporting the community at large and helping them, you know, really have better relationships with their dogs,
Right.
you know? You know, I'm famous for saying that, you know, when we talk about dog training, right, we want to make sure that we understand that vocabulary is essential, right? So like, if you didn't share a language with your husband, it would be hard to have a relationship, right?
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with our dogs as it
Yes.
turns out, right? If we don't share good common vernacular with them, it's hard to ask them for anything.
Right.
You know, like with Phantom here, right? I can ask him for a myriad of things, right? P, hey, I see, good boy, yep, hug. Oh, there's my dude. Oh, yeah. And so
Hi.
like he's gonna come in and he's
Hello.
gonna say hi, right? And those are all good things.
Awesome.
But he only knows how to do these things because we've worked that vocabulary. P, opie. Good boy, just like that. And once we have some good vocabulary, dogs are usually just excited to be with us, right?
Yes.
And so the more training we do, the more community inclusion we have, and the more our city becomes an even safer and more verdant place for us to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So are you speaking German? Or
That's a
what
great
language
question.
is it that you're speaking?
Well, hey,
'Cause-
look, we're here in South Louisiana, right? So that's actually French that he's in.
Okay.
Right? So,
Okay.
like, don't get me wrong, it's my version of French.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a French teacher out there somewhere that's going to look at me and go, that's not how you say that. And that's okay. But we have really common working dog languages that we use. And
Awesome.
oftentimes we use that alternate language really specifically to let the dog, you know, really hone in on our voice and really, you know, have some good controlled response to stimulus that way.
Awesome. So Phantom's being such a great boy, I think he deserves a little bit of a walk.
Yeah, let's go.
Perfect.
One of the common misconceptions about service dogs is that emotional support dogs and therapy dogs all share the same moniker. And they really don't, right? So when we talk about service dogs specifically, we talk about dogs that provide specific behaviors that are targeted for the alleviation of symptoms for somebody with a disability,
Okay.
right? Emotional support animals, on the other hand, they just kind of provide a service by being present. There's no specific services that they provide, right? They're just there to make people feel a little better, right? And then when we talk about therapy dogs make hospital visits really specifically.
Okay.
And now here at K-Pro K9, we can do all those skills and all those tasks, but there is a big difference. And you know, one of the things that we've been talking about a lot in our communities these days is that difference between service dogs and emotional support animals and therapy dogs. Check this out. I want to show you one of the things he's best at, right?
Okay.
P, cool shit. Nice.
Wish I could get mine to do that.
I know, right? call us. We got your back on that deal. Here, I'll let you call him. How's
All right,
that? All
perfect.
right, you ready?
Yes. Here.
P. Ah, good boy. Perfect. What a good boy.
So handsome.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's such a good boy. I couldn't do it without him.
Nope. Well, thank you very much for coming out here and showing us what you do, and
We're honored as always.
awesome.
What an amazing segment, and what tribute this veteran is doing for his community. He served us, he served our country. Thank you so much for all the veterans out there who have put their life on the line for this great country. We're gonna now pivot back to real estate. Let's go see what Nick Ryder's up to.
That we are, Paul. We are going to talk real estate. We're going to be chatting today with Cody Bienvenu, voted 2022 North Shore's best real estate agent. Hey Cody, how you doing today, man?
Hey Nick, man, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, man. Appreciate you joining us today.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Thanks.
So you excited to talk real estate?
Absolutely.
Good deal, man. So I know you've been in the real estate market for going on about 5 years now. Had a ton of success.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about how you got started.
Yeah, I started a little different than most agents. I started in the commercial side. I grew up in a bunch of family businesses, and in 2019, a lot of them were retiring and getting out. And so I took that real estate side when I started seeing the potential there, and I added it to the commercial side that I already had, and it was a match made in heaven, and then success from there on out.
That's awesome, man. Talk about being thrown to the fire. Commercial and family, that's a tough
Absolutely.
business, but help shorten that learning curve.
Absolutely.
So I know you've kind of transitioned from the commercial side to a lot of the residential and have had a ton of success. So tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. I think taking that commercial side and being from family like I spoke on really helped on the residential side, because I take that customer, bring them into a client, transition to friend and family, and I really take that to heart. I treat all of my clients just like they're family and friends, and you know, me and you speak all the time. It's one of the biggest purchases of our clients' lives. You know, most clients, that's the biggest investment that they'll ever make, and I don't take that lightly at all.
Yeah, I love the point you make, right? You know, it is absolutely one of the biggest investments people will make in their entire lives, right? And to have that kind of warmth and guidance that you're giving them throughout the process, you know, kind of makes them a client forever, right?
Yeah.
And then we already know word of mouth and what that's going to do,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
But you know, let's kind of touch on this market that we're in, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's a little tough.
It's a little tough.
So, you know, maybe what are some things that you're doing to have so much success in this stock market?
Well, I mean, we have buy downs, as you know. Right now, as so far since January of this year, prices are down 4%. But that's not a big gap from where we were. When you start talking interest rates and things like that, and a lot of people are worried with the interest rates. You know, they want to wait until they go down. And my thing is right now we can get concessions. We can offer closing cost assistance from the sellers. We can negotiate on the price, things like that. Things that we can't do when prices go up, because interest rates are eventually going to go down. We don't know to what, but they will go down. And when they do, houses are going to start flying, right? And we're going to be back to that 2020 market, and it's going to be tough. And so you're going to either negotiate right now and pay a high interest rate and refinance down the road, or you're going to wait and probably pay a lot more on a house that you could have got significantly cheaper now.
So I know kind of some of the things that you utilize in your business is just kind of some of the marketing material. So tell me a little bit about what you do in marketing.
Speaking of marketing, I brought some stuff. Bring out the Louisiana grocery bag here. So I use this for my closing gifts. Great marketing material. It goes in all their pictures. When they get that key, it goes, they blast it, send it to all their friends, and I'm right here in the front of the picture. I also fill it with some goodies. I put a little Louisiana, as we call China, marketed just like that. We go ahead and send out some postcards, things like this. And my biggest success is the billboards that you see throughout the state, for Slidell. And so this is a little miniature version that I keep on my desk of what you see on the street all the time. And then I take it a step further. You know, I always tell my clients to call me and start packing. So I took it to a next level and got some moving boxes. So I go ahead and give some clients moving boxes, help them out, save money anywhere they can, because, you know, right now we're battling, like we said, high rates. You know, prices are not dropping. So any way I can save my clients money, I'm gonna do it. And this was one of the ways that I kind of put my money to my mouth kind of thing and ate my words. So just call me, start packing, and I'll give you the boxes to do it.
Oh man, I absolutely love that. That is an incredible, incredible marketing tactic. Ingenious on your part.
Appreciate it.
Love that, man. So, you know, I kind of want to dive into a little bit more. A part of your business is the relocation aspect.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what you're seeing in relocation.
Yeah, so right now I have multiple clients relocating from outside of Louisiana here. One in particular in Colorado, they're wanting to buy in Louisiana, New Orleans metropolitan area. They want to invest, second home. They see what's happening here. They see the beautiful side of Louisiana and what we have to offer in every aspect. I have clients from Florida that are coming down here, Georgia that are coming down here. So it really is a beautiful place to live and raise a family, and all the things we have to offer is unbelievable and second to none.
Yeah, and I agree. Look, I'm a little biased to Louisiana. I'm born and raised here, but I do feel like we have a lot to offer.
Absolutely.
And you know, really gonna showcase the world. So, in your opinion, why Louisiana?
Well, food, obviously. We're one of the best restaurants in Louisiana, and Slidell right here in our hometown, Palmettos. So that's one reason. Good food, can't beat that. The hospitality is second to none. The beautiful oak trees and cypress trees and everything that we're surrounded by right now is just, and then let's talk about the big elephant in the room, Mardi Gras.
Yes.
The party aspect. And so when people come down, that's a big draw for tourism, and they come down and they're like, I want to be a part of this year round. You know, the fairs, festivals, into another level. And that's a big draw for us, and we love it, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
Great points right there, right? We obviously know Mardi Gras is a huge one, the food, things like that, but look, man, all this discussion, especially about the food, is making me hungry, so it's been a pleasure talking to you today, man.
Nick, thanks for having me, man.
Hey, welcome back everybody. Thank you for joining me today in Picayune, Mississippi at the Henry Smith House, the region's premier wedding venue. Let's go meet Dustin in the garden lawn area to take a tour of this beautiful property. Hey Dustin, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Thanks for having us out.
Good.
We're very excited to be here at this beautiful property. But one thing that I'm really looking forward to is getting to know you a little bit better and your background and how you ended up in Picayune, Mississippi.
It's taken a long road to get to this spot in my life. I started off going to Florida for marine biology. Surprise, this is not it. I decided I needed to go back to school for that, and I went for wedding design business, and I went to Florida International University. Over there, I bounced around with wedding design and everything all over the country, and then I ended up in New Orleans over in that aspect of it, and I helped develop some hotels and restaurants in that area. Then I knew I wanted to own my own wedding venue at this point, and I was actually on Realtor.com and found this completely by accident, and I said I needed to come on over here and check this place out, and as soon as I came up the road over here, I knew this is for me.
That's a fantastic story, man. And it seems like you have extensive knowledge in this, not only developing hotels and other venues, but really bringing your own expertise into this property, and it really shows.
Thank you.
What I would really love to know more about is the amenities that you have for the wedding venue.
The wedding venue that we have here, we have two houses that are on the property. One's built in 1909, and the other house, the log cabin, is built in 1876. Around here, there's over 5 areas that you can get married in for the ceremony area, and one spot on the property over here. Our main area that we have over on this area over here, it holds up to 300 people. In the open air reception area, we have 5,000 square feet of covered space. We also have 2,200 square feet of patio space in that whole area. There's also a bar, an 800 square foot catering kitchen with a nice sized dance floor. You lead over to the front of the chapel area, The jump bell area is another spot where we have another premier wedding ceremony. That holds up to 80 guests into that spot. At the garden lawn area is a spot that we always do our first looks with everybody. We do first look with dads, do first look with the bridal party and everything else in this area.
So I mean, you really have a ton of amenities here to cover any type of wedding venue, scenario, things like that. So this is fantastic. But one of the things that caught my eye and the most attractive part when I came in was this gorgeous house over here. And I am very much looking forward to taking a tour of this.
Come on, let's go take a tour.
So what's this room?
In this area, so after the ceremony, everybody usually has a little spot that we try to get the bride and groom to have a little bit more pictures. We call this the sweetheart dinner. We bring out, it's just the bride and groom sit over here. The bride and groom over here get something to eat, something to drink. They can just relax and be like, ah, we just did that.
Yeah, and that's perfect too, right? Because there's a lot going on that day.
We'll go to my favorite, the bridal suite.
Oh, wow. It's huge in here.
Yeah, this is 700 square feet of the bridal suite over all through here. We'll go through this way.
Wow. My wife would absolutely love this tub.
Everybody, all brides always take pictures in their wedding dresses in this with some champagne and some strawberries.
All right, following you.
Accommodations, we have the cabin where the grooms get ready, and we also have the Victorian house right where we're in right now. That's where the bridal party is ready in all the time. We also have another spot right up the road. It's called the Annex. That one over there is usually for the family. Everybody always wants to know, where does the family stay? They're paying for it and everything else. And I said, well, we have a house for them.
Oh, wow.
And then coming soon, we have another house starting this September. We'll have another accommodation over there. We'll go upstairs. The area was all at one time was just a little landing area where all the workers stayed in at one point. And then over in the back area of this area, there's 3 more queen suites that were completely added on. It was all attic at one time.
Oh, man. It's kind of deceiving at how much room you actually have in here.
It really is, yeah. Everybody comes up and they always says, wow, there's so much more room over here.
So look, I just want to tell you thank you for having us today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you all for coming. Come anytime.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Man, what a day we had. We started out viewing a beautiful listing on the North Shore, 30 minutes from New Orleans, and then we transitioned over to Heritage Park, and I don't know about you guys, but that was a powerful segment where a true American hero is doing great things for his community. Then we went and met the 2022 Best Real Estate Agent on the North Shore and finished the day in Picayune, Mississippi at the Henry Smith House, and man, was a great day in total. Thank you so much for being with us today, and we'll see you next time on American Dream Made Simple.